back again, and I'm waiting for Manish's request to come. So Manish, please send me a request because there were so many other requests. I'm so sorry I missed your request. Now I'm going to be stuck to the screen. So guys, if you'll see me with my eyes, no, no. Oh, this is such a bummer. ये क्या हो रहा है यार? Yes!
I have been like, here is my request. Preity, look at my request. Hello. Hi. How are you?
If I was born maybe 10, 15 years earlier, I would have been amazing with Instagram, but
Hey, but listen, look who you're talking to. I'm older than you and much older than you.
no, you can never be
How
older
about
than you're younger than every actress I know. So it's before I start gushing on you, it's so nice to see you. You look really good. The cheekbones.
so it's more for you and it's like bedtime for me.
I know, and me, I'm the owl. I can stay up all night, but I had to wake up early today because I wanted to figure this out, but I still screwed it up. And but I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so happy we're here talking with everybody. I have a couple of questions that people want to ask. Have you done this live session with two people before?
With two people?
Like you
No,
and me? I mean,
yeah,
just like
yeah. I got the
you
two
have.
more. Yeah?
So the question from Nietzsche, these are the many.
Yes.
So you look handsome. Somebody saying, ah ha ha. Acha, what about mujhko bhi compliment?
So, Preity, when we spoke about this, that we're going to chat and catch up, I just kept remembering our dinner at the Meridian Hotel, Delhi. And I was telling you, I said, Preity, you're so focused, you're going to be a very big heroine. And the next morning, our wake-up call was at 5 a.m. because you had to be on set at 6 a.m. for your first shot ever, which was with Mani Ratnam and Shah Rukh Khan, the two great people. And I remember it was on the streets of Delhi, and it was for Dil Se.
I know. You know what I remember of Dilse? I don't remember that dinner. I'm so sorry. I remember having a panic attack.
You're going to be a very big heroine because I'm very
I
good at doing that.
I remember that. I remember you said that to me actually when you saw the rushes of Kya Kehna. I remember you came to see the rushes of Kya Kehna and you said that to me. And I was so nervous. I was like, oh, he's being so nice and he's being so. Because, being somebody who was never part of the film industry, you were my family at that point because I know I don't want to sound like I'm gushing and all, but you really taught me so much. I mean, the two people who I learned a lot from at the start of my career definitely was you and Shah Rukh. Shah Rukh taught me everything in terms of how to stand in front of camera. You taught me everything of what should I wear, what looks good on me, how my body should be. And I'm so grateful because today, I don't know how it works today because things have changed so much since then because life was all about the hero, the heroine, and the costumes and stuff. But I remember in Dilse I had a panic attack. By the way, for all the people, if they saw that Jia Jale song, my Jia Jale, that song, I had no costume trials, and I remember Shah Rukh called me at 5:36 a.m. and he said, "What are you doing for the next 20 days?" And I just come back from a soldier shoot. And I said, nothing. And he's like, why don't you come to Delhi? Mani sir wants to meet you. And I show up in Delhi and they're like, oh, you're shooting from tomorrow. Go back. And I remember meeting you when I came back and I had a panic attack. And then when I had to shoot Jia Jale, the costumes just showed up on set. And then I looked at them and I was like, but when I wore them, they were so perfect. And I remember Mani sir coming and telling me, don't worry, you're going to look good. And because I'd never worn anything so chotu and really.
Here, I want to ask you a question. For you to be just entering into movies and doing this sexy song with Shah Rukh Khan and those itsy bitsy cholis, what did you feel? Because you did such a good job.
I have you to thank for that because even though it was itsy bitsy, it wasn't cheap, and that was really important for me. I have to thank for that because he made me so comfortable, and I really love him. And I have Farah to thank for that because Farah made sure it was very aesthetic. Being a choreographer, she really took care of everything, and I have the whole crew, Mani sir and everybody, because they all took care of it. But I can sum it up in one line. Shah Rukh told me, think you're an animal because I was like, and I had mirror which was this much. And I was looking at it like this, and he was like, just relax and think you're an animal. What animal can you think of? And I was like, an ass? And he was like, no. But it was, I don't know how Girte Parte wo Gana kar diya, and I felt sick. And I remember going to Kerala and Spice Village and Tekadi and all those areas and being like, wow. And the whole song was shot with a little bit of rain. Um, I was constantly wet, but it was like I did have fun shooting it because I felt very safe and comfortable. And I don't know if the today's generation will get to work with Shah Rukh Khan that way because he really was like amazing, like Papa Bear. He took such great care of me. I just love him. I always love him for that. And he
Yeah.
taught me how to stand and give facing, and he taught me how to, when the camera is moving like this. And then even in that scene, when I asked him, "Are you a virgin?" They asked me like, "Why don't you improvise?" And I was like, "What's improvising?" And Shah Rukh's like, "The whole day you keep talking, so just talk and do whatever you want." So.
You know, you have been really lucky with music because Dilse's music was so popular. Then Soldier's music was so popular. Kya Kehna's music. And Soldier, do you remember that powder blue outfit? That Nayo Nayo Kehna, that Nayo Nayo, that song was like that.
Manish, I cannot tell you how many people loved it, and it was so simple. But that's what I really love about your clothes. That they're so simple, and you were so honest with me. You were like, "Oh, you don't need too much doo-da-da. You just need a nice color, and you need something simple." And I was like, I remember asking you, "Oh, should we not make it a little more like more?" And you trust me, you just need it simpler. Let the focus be your face and not your outfit. I remember you saying that to me. Because I was like, bus, because when I saw it, I was like, okay. But when I wore it, it looked so good. And it just kind of worked because um, that outfit, I love my lehenga from Dilse. I wish I could maro it and whack it, but I was so nervous and I was such a newcomer, I was so scared. But
But I think our film, I think the best movie that we did together for me in terms of style and everything was Kal Ho Na Ho. I mean, that do you remember that all the clothes in New York and the styling and the alterations entire night, to get everything fitted correctly. And I think it was one of your best looks. And first we started in Toronto with your glasses and all of it.
yes, I do think Kal Ho Na Ho would definitely top the list. And I would also like to add Veer Zara to it because the
Yeah,
amount of work you did in Veer
that
Zara.
was
Only
Indian.
I know the amount of work you did because you would bring. So that's the only film, and God bless Yash Uncle. Um,
I miss him. He's just so
I
lovely.
really miss
Really.
him. What a pleasure he was to work with.
Yeah.
And I remember like we did what like 15 days of trials or what? And I've done so many trials in my life. And I
Yeah.
was nervous. I was like, Abhi kya? But I just zipped it. Because when you have Mr. Yash Chopra and you have Manish, two of them together, I was like, I'm not even going to say a word. So I didn't even say a word.
And so we already done Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, we've done Dil To Pagal Hai, we've done Mohabbatein, and then it was Veer Zara. So we had become quite a team. I understood what he likes and what Aditya Chopra likes. And yeah, but it was such a lovely film and you look beautiful.
I know. I mean, I used to look at those costumes, those embroidery. I mean, I don't think people know that even that little buta of embroidery and everything was so researched. And like, I remember once sitting in that meeting and I was like, oh God. I mean, and he told me, he's like, I know you must be thinking, beta, that I'm taking so many days for trials, but on set, I just want you to have no confusion and everything is organized. And I think he was one of the most organized directors that
I
way.
think in movies, especially in that time when glamour was quintessential, I think we worked for 22 hours out of 24 hours. It was crazy because fittings and then alterations and then shooting and then embroidery
And
and
Prasad Master, I love him. Prasad Master ji, by the way, I don't know people if you guys know this, but he obviously Manish has so many of these Master G's that work for him. But Prasad Master ji has seen every heroine in some weird format. Like, and he'll stitch it from here and he'll last minute alterations and fittings and I mean, God bless him. I mean, all these guys,
but I
it
think
takes.
he was there with us and I would pick up clothes, do fittings with you, cut them, stitch them in New York,
Yeah,
and it was, yeah,
and
yeah.
remember the red dress in Kaluna? Guys, do you remember the red dress? The famous red dress, which so we used to call it the awful panoti dress, because every time that red dress came out, there was either rain or there was a problem or somebody shot somebody outside where we were shooting, or and then one fine day everything was fine, and Shiraz was heading costume that time, or was part of costume that time, and everything was fine. And we were like, "Yay, let's shoot! Where's the red dress?" And Shiraz forgot to get the red dress, and that's when we were joking and saying, "See, costumes are so important, because if the costume doesn't show up, the shoot's not going to happen."
But
But
what actually got really popular was the skin and the whole sand ghagra with the powder blue embroidery. That really, yeah.
But you know, I remember I went to Delhi for something, and I saw these fake imitations of that ghagra, lehenga, everywhere, everywhere. It was, and even today, I mean, I'm so sorry, guys. Whoever wears powder blue and that skin, I think the most iconic one definitely is the Mahile outfit. Because, but even the guys' clothes in that. I mean, I was jealous looking at the boys. They were looking so handsome, so nice. And I don't think people realize the amount of detailing that goes in. Like, I I didn't even think about all these things till I actually became part of it, and I was like, wow. And you know, I mean, of course, you're so detailed, but you know, even me, I look at like things to see, ki, okay, you know, I want to like anybody who wants to know everything. But I want to know, Manish, now, what is the advice you would like to give girls coming into the film industry now? Seriously, because you have seen it all, like really all. Yeah, I really want to know, what's that one thing you would like to tell women, because who get into the film industry now, in terms of
When I mean I came in before you, and when I came in the 90s, what we brought in was beauty and glamour, right? Because beauty and glamour has always been a part of Indian cinema. I mean, you look at the movies of the 40s and 50s and 60s. I'm a big fan of those. Beautiful. But I think that it was the late 80s which kind of went a bit loud and which went haywire. But I think compared to the 90s or the 2000s, the entire era, now, if you look at movies, I think it's a little more realistic. You know, the looks have also become a bit more identifiable. It's like the girl next door or a girl from a small town, you know, who has something to say, the actress. So I think that it's very important to have a very individualistic look and feel. And I think also very importantly for the audience, and especially youngsters, to think, okay, I know this girl. She could be a friend of mine. She can, you know, that there's that. So I think that whole stardom thing, which was there earlier, is not there today, you know. And I
why?
think something, they want to know, why are you saying this to me? Why should I wear this? Or why should I do this? You know, like for example, earlier, a lot of people would say, okay, I love this, I'm going to just wear this. But today, even when a young bride comes to you, she's so clear. She's so clear about what she wants, who she wants to wear, for which function. Her mother doesn't speak, her mother-in-law doesn't speak. They just want it to be, you know. So I think the audience is very for characters which are very believable.
No, I agree with that, because when I started, you were my mirror. You know,
Looking was very
was my
important.
mirror,
Looking good.
because there wasn't that much awareness. If you are, there was no social media. Uh, there was no, we were working. We ourselves as actresses were working 18-hour days, because you know they were such long hours and stuff like that. And there was no watching Netflix or watching stuff. I mean, there was nothing. And it was a magazine you would look at, or a few fashion stuff. But you just kind of went with what you said and hoped that you were right. And thank God you were right. But now I guess you're right. There's so many other options. And I think that's also a disadvantage, because sometimes when someone's so fixed with, I want this, um, it's difficult for somebody else to say, but that might not suit you, right? Or that might not work for you. Because, like, even today, I had this running joke with Manish. Whenever it comes to Indian, I don't even like argue. I don't even say anything. I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I know whatever you do in Indian will be outstanding for me. Because I get a little confused. Like, should I write like this? Should I do it like this? But like, So I think maybe it's too many opinions now and stuff like
No,
that.
about the clothes. I think even in characters, I think the characters are no more about glamour. The characters are about being more real. So I think for an actress who comes today, she will have to be somebody who's very comfortable with the camera and be herself, and not because the roles demand that. That easiness is demanded. It's not about glamour as much anymore. Of course, you've got to look good, but
Yeah, it reminds me of, like, I'm not going to name the director, but it happened very early in my career. I was doing a shot and the director said, very good, but acting dikhai nahi de rahi." I was like,
but
oh,
now I want to. The acting has become more natural and real, which is good.
yes. No, because
Yeah,
the situations have become real. As you said,
yeah.
there's no larger than life character now, right?
No,
There was hero, heroine. And the hero and heroine had to be white. They could not even have any shades of gray in them, right? It
yeah.
just one linear, the correct. You always do correct. And then the
But
villain was just black. There was no gray again in him. He couldn't do anything right. He had to do everything wrong. So there was just that stark block of, you
But
know,
I thank my lucky stars because I feel like that time that we did all those movies, we were on a flight to Switzerland, London, New York, like every week. And we're picking up clothes, styling them, putting them together. So the exposure was so much. I saw so much of the international work, and travel also such a good teacher. So we could do so much. But today it's not that kind of traveling. It's a lot more restricted. And so a lot of actresses I tease, I said, see, you're shooting right now here, but we used to shoot so much in Switzerland and in London and New York and everything. But
uh,
what I love the flavors of today's movies. I love the whole homeland feeling. It's so real and amazing. So which is good as well. So I enjoy that now.
no, absolutely.
I've traveled
I
very
think
well.
Indians are coming to a point where it's, like when I started in Dilse, there was times Indians would starting to do well in their lives, even overseas, but they weren't doing. I mean, there were few that were doing well, but not in general. And now Indians are at the top of their game everywhere else. So there's a feeling of pride, and I think that's why movies about your country, where you come from, they've
And
gone
that's,
rural and they're beautiful. I mean, I think this is the best time for movies, if you ask me, because
yeah.
people are making biopics, they're making movies about what happened in India and the interiors and little stories that um, talk about family. Ooh, sorry.
Also acceptance of different characters, like you mentioned, like they're not just black or white, they're also gray. And that is so nice because everything is not black or white, so I think that's really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I also miss the kind of music. Like, can I complain? I know it's not the forum to complain, but the one thing I really miss and I don't like is the melody and music has
Mm.
changed. I mean, I love Karan's movies because his music, sorry, because his movies also, but his music, because his music is fantastic. Then there's certain filmmakers, their music is fantastic, but in general, it's become very like you, it doesn't go in here, do you know what I mean? And I think it's been changing. I'm sure when you were doing stuff with me, you were thinking, oh, earlier the music was better. Besides the 80s, the music was better. I just feel like that depth, that purity of music, there some people have it still. And for that, I'll give you an example that Anushka and Ranveer's movie with Karan, the title track,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
Air, I sent Karan a message and said, when a perfectly happy person in a relationship starts crying listening to your song, it means the song is beautiful. Because that song,
Love.
you're falling apart and you're like, eh. That's the song that will destroy you in those times. I was at that time in a good place in my life, touch wood, knock on wood, they say. So, and I heard that song and I completely was like, oh, this is like so sad. So I miss, like, earlier, even bad movies had great music.
Yeah.
Now I feel like the music is kind of, or maybe I'm just being, maybe I'm just being an ass.
No,
But I'm allowed to have opinion. So yes, so I'm going to see what people.
lockdown in LA. What's the lockdown in Los Angeles right now?
There's been a curfew for the past couple of days. It's been I'm kind of really shocked at what's been happening. Earlier, the processions were peaceful, the protests and everything, but then a lot of people started looting and stuff like that. And I don't believe they were part of the protests. They were just opportunists who were out there trying to.
Yeah,
But
that's very-
look at Rodeo Drive and stuff like that in Beverly Hills. Oh my God, they stole from all the big stores, and people are putting all wood on the thing. I
yes,
saw I saw a video downtown. Somebody came out with a gun, this old man and his son, and he's like, "You loot, we shoot." So it was kind of scary, but I mean, there's a lot of police. There's the National Guard that's come in, and every day we get a message saying curfew. So, and it's really sad because this is the time, and I think it's part of it, I mean, every time I complain and I say I'm so frustrated, I'm sitting at home, I then feel a little ashamed of myself because there are a lot of people who don't have food, and there are a lot of people who don't have a home, and there are a lot of people who don't have family next to them. And then I'm just so grateful and I appreciate, and I'm so grateful to God that, I have the life I have. So I'm sure there's a lot of frustration people are feeling right now because, and that's also coming out. My fear is that when everyone's so tight, I hope this thing doesn't spread again, because this is just not a problem for America or India. It's a global problem now.
it's a global problem.
And I'm like, um, I missed. I mean, I was going to be back in India 3 months ago. I miss. It's the first time in my life somebody's told me you can't do what you want to. So I'm kind of feeling little thing. But we started. But I eat bhel and I have pani puri, and then I'm like, okay, I'm fine. But I'm happy my mom is here. What about Mumbai? Is the I mean, I believe the cyclone, thank God, saved us. It didn't really. But
Well, the
how?
number is increasing, unfortunately. But I think that people have been really good, and they've been like, sitting at home and taking care. It's opening up by like 10% from the 8th, that's on Monday. And so I think it's slow and gradual, and it's time where people have to be really careful and take care of themselves, because we're also opening up slowly and steadily in the month of June. So this is the month where people will have to be even more careful. I mean, of course, everybody would want to step out and go to work or go for a walk. Like the taxis have started, and things like that. So I think that people also starting, because I think there's also when people step out, they feel a bit better. The only request that everybody has for people out there is that you take care of yourself. I think that's extremely important. So gloves are important. Mask is important, and sanitization is important. So I think you've got to be as careful as it is, and life has to start as well. But most importantly, the good thing was that the travel has started. So a lot of the migrant workers are now reaching their homes when they wanted to go, wherever they wanted to go. So all that has started, like trains have started and the planes have started. So there is a moment of, uh, so I think things should be better soon, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I think everybody's been fantastic in Mumbai. I mean, considering the population we have, and considering everybody lives in apartments and you don't have gardens, and of course, Manish, you though. I don't want to say, but your house is so amazing. I mean, if you're stuck in there forever with all the space you have, you're fine. But like mostly in Mumbai, there's no space, and I think the people have been amazing in terms of staying in, because to be locked up like that,
Good, right?
and my building in Mumbai, somebody had a case of coronavirus. So I really hope, guys, everybody understands that this is not just about you and me; it's about all of us. And
Yeah, exactly.
irrespective, you should wear a mask. And the mask doesn't have to be some high-tech N95 mask. You can even, wear any cloth, anything, because you're not just saving yourself, but you're protecting the other person also.
Yeah,
So
it's important. And
yeah,
while, yeah, I think that I'm just seeing these
all
messages.
be shut, right?
Sorry?
All the stores and all, everything must be shut, right?
We just started a Delhi store and a Hyderabad store because things have opened up in Delhi. But we had to like we were at like a lot of Zoom meetings. Say for 2 or 3 weeks, we were working on the entire health measures that we would take, and we entire sanitizing the place, making sure that our entire all of us have gloves in the stores, and all of us have masks, and seeing to that only 3 or 4 people are allowed. So it's like I've said, that slowly and steadily things are starting, but one has to be really careful. And I just hope we get out of this really fast. I have to say this: there's somebody who's going on WhatsApping me constantly and saying, please ask her that when is she going to do movies again. And yeah, I've got so many WhatsApp messages right now.
Really? So I think this quarantine has rewired my brain, and I'm going to do a lot of movies. I'm going to do a lot of work. Uh, Sitting at home for some strange reason this time. I mean, I got a. I mean, you know me. I was like working nonstop every time, and then I got into cricket, and then I went into a different zone altogether, and I really, sorry, and I kind of spent a lot of time going to all my filmmaker friends saying, I don't really want to work right now. Because the one thing people were great with me were they were very respectful, they were really nice, they treated me really well. So I didn't want to be that person who says send me a script, I don't want to do it. I did one film because I had to do it, but now I think I am going to have less focus on cricket and focus a lot more on on movies, on any content I want to do. Right now, I was just doing a class, a screenwriters class I'm doing because I need something to do sitting at home. But I kind of watched so many movies and I watched so many shows, and I was like, oh my God, there's such good stuff happening out there because I really hadn't seen a lot of stuff. But घर पे बैठ के and having nothing to do really. Um, and I think I'm not going to, like, I'm actually going to actively go out there and really look for some great work.
You should. I just got a message from Mavra. She's a very pretty actress from Lahore. And she said that how you are on a top list. And she said that the Boomerang song is her, like on her top most best song list. And she's fabulous.
Hope you guys are good and safe. Sending you lots of love.
I mean, there's so many messages that are coming, and tell her that I love this, and tell her a big hi, and yeah, and like we love her, and I'm a huge fan. Somebody just sent, and yeah, it's see, look,
Aww.
love that.
Good hearing all this because it's been very boring sitting at home. I mean, thank God I have Bruno. I have this new doggy, and so there's a lot of things we do together. But beyond that, it's been kind of. I think since I was 17, I've not had any. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Everything is stopped. Our profession, even the cricket is stopped, right? So we don't know what's going to happen right now. And I'm really hoping that, because I stopped thinking of my problems, because when I saw all the issues with migrant workers and stuff, there was also a bit of guilt, that, oh, we don't even know all this is happening. And of course, you want to help out, and we've all made an effort to help. But still, I feel like it's so sad, like to see little children like without food and people. So it's like I didn't think in my life, at least in my lifetime, in our lifetime, we would see something like this. Like after we are done, gone, bye bye, they will make for I think another 100 years movies about this time and what really happened. Um, and I just saw a message
But
saying,
no one ever thought this would happen. Like nobody ever, and it's just it's something that like I just wish that time could like go forward and we just over from this, and we find a vaccine, and the whole world gets down to coming back to where we were. And I think that the only thing is that this period also teaches us that what we have, the loved ones or the friends that we have, our family, and what all we have is good. You have learned to respect it also a lot more.
no, no, absolutely. And I'm just so grateful. My mom, she was visiting us and she was going to leave 2 days before the lockdown in India. And I was like, Mom, I don't think you should travel. And she's like, No, no, I'll be fine. And then Jean said, No.
When you went to your mom, I thought about that head massage, that you were getting the nice malish. And somebody just wrote on a comment saying that, oh, I saw that, so your mom was really pampering you. And yeah. And I
I,
was like, how nice. Ellie getting this nice head massage. We're not getting one here.
oh, so champis are happening full on. And once a
And
week,
dosa, roadside chutney and you're getting a head massage, you're working out. So you're doing good.
Oh, I'm working out.
The most.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
working out because I've lost 15 pounds. Eight.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've become
I've
a.
lost 10 kgs. I've also lost 10 kgs in these 2.5 months.
Oh, that's
I've been on.
so good because I can see the cheekbones. So yeah, because I was just that's it. The idea is to like you have to be positive and you have to think about all the things you have and appreciate. But it's also a time to be like So I got a message from a lot of my friends. So me, I'm a germaphobe. Even if I go to my gym in India, I'll take my own. Clorox wipes and I'll clean it and all. So I was getting messages from them saying we miss you. Now everyone, and I used to keep washing my hands and saying, guys, you should wash your hands. And everybody was like, relax. Even my mom used to tell me, it's okay. A few germs is okay. Otherwise, your immune system will go. But now I'm like, mom, see. But yeah, and I really hope there are a lot of people sitting at home going crazy, right? Because it's been tough. I want to tell all those guys, just hang in there. This too shall pass, right? It will pass. It has to. And so I have a question. What about all like the wedding stuff and all?
Well, a lot of the weddings are, of course, delayed because people are, want to be more responsible, and which is a good thing. And I think for all of us also, I think to understand that, listen, this is not about business now. It's about being responsible. And I think it's all going to be slow. Fashion's going to be a lot more slower. And there isn't a need for too much as of now. And I think it's really important to, at this point of time, to go slow. A lot of the weddings have been postponed to next year,
Really?
and I think toned down, yeah, and even if some have delayed to like November, December, people want to tone it down, and that I think is the right thing to do. Preeti, I also have a question for you. Among
Yeah.
all the actors of today, which is that actor that you would love to, or which are the actors that you would love to work?
So can I be really mean and horrible and don't beat me up? So my view has always
No,
been to work with a
no,
director.
just nice.
My view has always been to work with a director because a director is the guy who or the woman who steers the ship, and they are the ones that portray the best part of you. So technically, it's important to work with a director over an actor. Having said that, which are the I want to work with everybody. I want to work with Varun. I want to work with Ranbir. I want to work with. I'm now, please, guys. I'm just right now. It's morning for me. My brains don't work in the morning, so I'm forgetting all the names. I want to work with all the girls. I want to work with everybody because there's no. Because whenever I used to watch any show and all, and they used to say, "Who is a better actor?" and then you feel bad because we're all human. It's not fair to compare. But I want to work with Alia. Alia and me worked together though in what do you call it? In Sangharsh, she was mini me. I think Sara is
Ah,
amazing. Having said that, everybody. But a little more focus on directors though.
so any director that you really want to work with?
Sorry?
Any director that you really want to work with? The new directors?
Also fantastic.
Actually, so many. They're so good.
They're so good. And I'm, I mean, I Zoya, she's not new. We worked
Yeah.
together a lot, but never together in terms of as
She's
a director. Zoya, I just saw, not just saw, I saw a lot of her work. I love her work. Raju Hirani is fantastic.
of
Uh,
course.
there I cannot remember any names right now, but like all the newer lot, the kind of stuff they're doing is fantastic. And so it really comes down to the project and what I would love to do some really cool action. I know everybody thinks in India there's no good action, but I hope there is. And I don't know what I'd like to do. Maybe when I read a script or something, but I'm actually actively starting to read scripts now.
But
And
they become really fabulous. I mean, if you saw War was like just fabulously made. It was like any international film the way it was and the way Ritik and Tiger looked was like, and Vani, and they were just fabulous.
This is the look for that. I mean, these guys, even Vani, everybody, a
Yeah,
bit focused.
lovely. And the way the film was made, yeah.
All these guys are
So then
so.
you
I just got a message saying, "Hey, I'm seeing you live chat and missing you, chitty chatting." My friend sent me a message. So no, I think today's generation is so focused on the look besides performance. I mean, for me, my focus about me being on the look was I would just come to you and say, take care of me, okay? And then, of course, there's a little bit of my hair and this and that, but now, I mean, look at those bodies. I mean, I remember in Salam Namaste when I had to really work out and stuff. I was cursing at everybody saying, "What is this? I mean, it should be about performance, but not about how I look." And Deanne Pandey, I used to train with her then, and we trained so hard. We used to train 2-3 hours a day. And now I think all these kids do that all the time. Like for every
no,
move.
but about the way you looked, I remember. And I think the audience must know that you were the first actor to start really going out there and buying expensive shoes, expensive hats. And I remember coming into your room
I
in New
love you
York
that.
and a line of shoes and line of hat boxes, you know. So you were always very into buying the most phenomenal shoes and buying very good hats, I remember. To
Oh,
still
yes, I'm actually obsessed with shoes and hats. Though I'm clothes also, but I stopped when I got into cricket for some reason. I just stopped dressing up because every time I would dress up,
yeah.
she was a heroine and undermine me that, I probably had lesser brains. And because I was surrounded by so many boys, I didn't think it was right for me to really, because one day I wore a dress, everybody was like, they looked at me as an actress and not as a person working in sports. So I think I let myself go during the cricket years, like a lot of it, because now that I've lost
Back.
weight,
We that Preeti back who's into shoes, who's into clothes, who's into hats. Now that has to be back after this.
no idea. Because, I mean, of course, I'm going to go and see the games and stuff like that, but it's no more. Now the business is set, and, of course, I want to be part of watching games and stuff. But earlier, I mean, very few people realize that being a woman in a man's world, see, being a woman in film industry is fantastic because you can take care of your hair, there's somebody looking at you, your makeup, your hair, your styling is beautiful, so you feel the essence of being a woman. Being a woman in cricket is a negative. Anybody, if you look good and you talk to somebody, they're like, oh, they must be having an affair. Oh, so it totally undermines your professionalism. It totally undermines who you are. So I just decided that that whole aspect of me had to change. And now when I was looking at my computer and looking back at pictures from 10 years ago, and I was like, oh God, I really let myself go in this cricket. I was so brain wired that I did not want to be a heroine or try to dress up and look really attractive, because with all these boys around, I think I had to find that common ground so they could take me seriously and respect me. And now, of course, I'm over that because I'm like, huh, it's happened.
Yeah. Now you have to just be yourself.
Now I'm just be myself, because I think as you also, when you get older, you reach a point in your life. So by the way, this is my thing for all the teenagers out there. If you're looking crooked, if you're looking weird, if you're looking this thing, it's all right. Because if I show you my teenage picture, you're gonna die. Everyone's supposed to look weird in their teenage years. So please be a teenager, enjoy your weirdness, enjoy those pimples on your face and all that. It's all right, because it's going to get better. It's going to get better. In your 20s, you're always trying to please everybody and you're trying to be like, oh, oh, oh. Soon you'll find your space, you'll find who you are. And look at me now. I think I look better than earlier. At least I hope to believe that.
You'll
But
always
you reach a stage in your life where you're like, I don't care. You don't like me, I don't care. Like, thank God there was no social media when I started my career, because if people would be abusing me or saying mean things, it would have really hurt me. But now, I don't care. Because if somebody's saying mean things to me, your life must be miserable. That's why you're being mean to me. Because the only time I'm like, or like not so great is when I'm going through a bad phase and just like everything looks bad, right? So you have to be.
for negativity, no time for biased, silly opinions, not at all.
Yeah, and I feel sometimes I feel bad, like like there are things that touch you, right? So you let's say tweet about it, or you send an Insta message, put it on Instagram, like let's say this elephant that just was murdered, right? This
Yep.
pregnant. So I
There
put
was
out a
this.
about it. Somebody started like saying, "Oh, you care about an elephant? What about eating food or chicken?" Oh, I'm not eating chicken, by the way. I'm vegetarian these days. These days, unless I go out and there's no option, but still, as much as I can. But irrespective, and the migrants are having a problem, and you care about elephants. Yeah, I care about elephants too. But right now, this elephant has bothered me, and I want to talk about it. So if you have a problem, mute me. Lady John, don't. But this, so that's another thing I feel for the younger generation of actors and actresses. They must go through so much people telling them, "Oh, you didn't look good in this movie. Oh, you look fat. Oh, you look thin. Oh, you like this." Thank God I didn't get to hear all this, because it would have really crushed me. Because when you're young, you're so like your mind is like a blank paper. Anything people say gets imprinted. As you get older, you get the thicker skin. You're like, बोलते रहो बेटा बोलते रहो. It
Well,
just bounces off.
they are smart and they kind of understand that these things are not to be taken seriously. And I think the best way to be is to be positive. And you have an entire day ahead of you, but I've reached my night time to go to sleep. You know, I wake up at 5 every
Oh,
morning or
passing out?
5:30.
Are you passing out? Are you tired? Can we talk?
Yeah, of course we can.
You're saying the best thing is to be positive, but remember, the most negative word of 2020 is positive. Because
Wow.
anyone you're positive, you're like, sorry, that's a really bad joke to keep you awake. But yes, so what are the trends that of the current times that you like and that you dislike?
Of
Movies.
what of movies? Oh my God, I'm such a huge fan of movies. I like everything about the movies, and I think that what I like about the movies constantly is the change. Like you said, era. I'm a huge fan of black and white, and I'm a huge fan of classic films. And look at the style that those movies had was impeccable. Um, but I think they're all changing, and that's a good thing. And sometimes I kind of think that they get really repetitive now. It's like if it's an entire trend of homeland, so every film is about homeland, you know. So I think it's nice to break away and maybe get a beautiful glamour film, So I think that is what it is. But I think personally, I feel the biggest trend is to be trendless. I think people are going to really come out of this difficult time also being themselves and having no fear. And I think that people are going to get into just styling themselves and wearing different kind of, like maybe sari with a jacket that they pick up, or maybe wear something really interesting and just be themselves. So I think what I'm loving about the generation that I see today, and even people are becoming, they're living their life. They're not fearing being themselves, and I think that is the best trend. Not fearing what they want to wear.
Yes. So can I tell you what I love about now that didn't happen, that very rarely happened in our times, was women don't have to wear little skirts and go in really cold weather or in snow with sandals and a skirt and be like,
Or
"Ugh." And the
what?
heroes muffler and a big jacket, garam
Yeah,
garam, and dying. So I love that now, because now even the girls have warm stuff, or and if the girl is wearing a shirt,
anymore.
the guy like are like his shirt is off, and I mean the stakes are equal now, which I
Yeah,
love, because remember how we used to freeze? My
the
God.
chiffon. Yeah, but I love Switzerland. But I think recently I did a song for Simba with Sarah and Ranveer. They went to Switzerland. I was after like, oh my God, someone's going to Switzerland for a song. And in those days, it was like I was running every time with saris, chiffon saris to Switzerland, and the heroes in a muffler and a trench, and the heroines in a chiffon sari.
Oh, so she did wear a sari, right? I mean,
No, she wore a sari as well, but her sari was not like a chiffon sari. It was a different, like a more top and a sari and things like that.
you know what I love about your plain saris that you've done for me? That you make them stitched. but they are not stitched. They're adda stitched, which means half stitched, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. They're so easy
The
to do.
shape they have, so it looks like it's not stitched.
Yeah, so I always was very envious of Rani and Aishwarya because they drape saris so well. I used to always ask Rani, how are you so comfortable in this sari? Because I always feel mine will fall off. Because, you know, when I first came to Mumbai, and when I turned 21, I think, my friends Suzanne, me, and Anupama, three of us, we went to the Siddhi Vinayak temple, sorry. And because we wanted to go see and said, let's go in. And I don't know why I bought a sari that day. I had no idea in my life because I've worn 5 saris on my own. So I wore that sari and I went and there was such a big line and we were standing and girte parte my sari, I tripped on it. And half of it fell out. I was like, Bhaiya, ruko, ye khul raha hai, and all this. And then I dhotied it and wore it. So I've always wondered how Rani wears the saris because I think she really drapes her saris well. And I think Aishwarya, she really drapes her sari. And they wear their saris like I wear my jumpers because they're so comfy in it. Like with Rani in Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, my God, her saris, and she was so stunning. And I was like, what happened to me? Why don't I have these saris? But do you remember those shoots and all that? It was so cold.
Yeah, it was amazing. And look, all your clothes. So, we shopped it there in New York, and wow, yeah.
Yeah, and she was so beautiful in that movie. She looked so
So were
lovely.
you. And I remember your clothes because your clothes you picked up all in New York. And because in Rani's case, no, her saris came from Bombay, which I got them from
I
Bombay, but
love
it
her because they
stopped in New York.
in colors and that song na na
Yeah.
na na
Yeah.
because it was
And the,
just it was
love,
shot so beautifully. I mean, wow. But no, she's one person who wears saris unbelievable.
even you are stunning.
No, I can't praise myself. No, but no, I've always felt that Rani in a sari is unbeatable, and so is Ishwarya. The way they
Yeah.
carry, I cannot think of any girl currently who carries a sari like that, but the way they carry their saris are fantastic. And it's an art. There's a way to do it. For some reason, I just sure that I put 1,000 pins in mine, and that half sari and I mean stitched is much better.
Yeah.
So mini.
That's like we learn to drape that, fit that perfectly, and then the half of that you can, it's stitched, and then half you can just wear it, so it looks very natural.
Yes. And so but you know what? My cousins, my friends, when they ask me, I tell them do it like this, do it like that. They're like, oh wow. And I'm like, oh, I learned these in movies because all the tricks. So, I have to praise you for one thing. I have to really say this to you out
Please.
loud. I worked with you, I worked with a lot of people. You worked with every possible actress that I can think of. I've never, ever, ever heard you say anything about any woman, I mean, any actress. Never talk about them badly, never say any of their issues. How do you do it? And that was such a comfort blanket for me to trust you because I feel so safe with you, including at my wedding when I was like, I need to make this lehenga. I knew you would never talk about it. Like, would you ever write a book about Manish's secrets? Like, I really want to know because you know everything. You know more than anybody knows. I'm 1 trillion% because I have opened up about so many things to you. So I'm sure if I have opened up about so many things to you over the years, so many actresses would have. How do you do it? Like,
Well,
would you like, or do you ever like do you talk to yourself in the mirror and gossip about it? Like, what do you do?
no, I think it's so important to be in love with your work, which I am, and I think that it's very important to respect each person when they say that. Listen, this is just between the two of us, and I think I'm yet that kid mentally. Like if you tell me it's a secret and it's just between the two of us, it will remain just between the two of us. And I think I've always concentrated on the work rather than getting into any kind of other conversations. So even when you spoke about negative, feedback or negative, some critique writing something or some site writing something, I just never bother. I just go on and on with my journey and my work. Simple.
I know, because I'm sure there are a lot of people. I mean, why I asked you this is because now when I'm in America and I meet my friends, so many people ask me, even in cricket, hey, what's happening between these two? Are they still dating? Have they broken up? And I'm like, guys,
The
I'm
best answer, I don't know.
yeah, I'm like, why are you asking me? Why, what makes you think I'm going to like really, and I'm still out of it a lot now because I'm not, but you're right in the middle of it. So I always wonder, like, and it's a remarkable quality. And I so appreciate it because it's a really strong sign of character because I'm sure you must have seen it, done it, experienced
Well,
every combination, every, right?
yeah, I have to thank my parents for that because they're exactly like that. We never really speak about others. Even in my house, I live with my mother. I lost my dad last year, as you know. So I we don't really speak about others and things like that. We're really into what we are doing. That's good.
But do you ever like talk to any of your friends who's not from the film industry who you can talk about? Because sometimes when things bubble up to you, I'm sure you don't start.
No, nothing like that.
Because I always wonder, I'm like, if you ever wrote a book, oh my God.
Well, I am coming out with a book of mine, and my friend, who's an amazing writer, Sonal Kalra, she's writing it. And I'm also, of course, writing it with her because it's about my life. But the whole angle to the book, or the whole book is all about someone who's not studied fashion and who loved movies and designing and has followed the dream, so because I want that book to inspire a lot of maybe people who come from simple backgrounds and like me, and have a certain desire, and what it takes, and the hard work and the focus and the relentlessness. And so that's what the book is all about. For some it might be like, oh, it's boring because it's not controversial, but for many, hopefully, it would be inspiring.
Wow, I'm looking forward to the book, and I think you should put at least a chapter on it about not having the word no in your vocabulary, because I just think that whenever I've
I
asked you,
would know.
can you do this, and if somebody else is like, no, it's not possible, you always say, let me try, and then somehow you find a way. But I've never heard you say no to me, like for anything I wanted. You might say, Preeti, it might not suit you, or this is not the right color for you. But I've never heard you say that, no, it's not possible. Somehow you always kind of find a way, which is also very commendable.
Which is
Like,
what I feel you should. Nothing is impossible, but you at least, and sometimes some things are, but at least give it a try.
yeah, I mean,
Tough will.
and I want to say, I wish I could take it out right now. There's this picture of mine which you made for my wedding, and I absolutely love my lehenga. So
But for the longest time, you didn't allow me to put up the picture. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So the reason I love this lehenga, can I tell you why? I mean, to the world, because people don't know the story. So both me and Jean, our fathers died when we were very young. And I really, the reason I had a Rajput wedding was my dad used to always tell me when I was little that I'm going to have a Rajput wedding for you. So I wanted to have a Rajput wedding. And I asked Manish in my lehenga, in the embroidery down here, to make a barat, and it was my way. And in this barat, it was my dad and his dad part of this barat, and that's why we made it. And like nobody knew it then, but like if you see it,
Yeah.
it's this whole barat going in this lehenga. I cannot tell you how exquisite and how beautiful and how easy to wear and light it was. Like so many people were
And,
like, God, and
and
I'm
you,
serving it.
and for 3 months, you told me you will not speak about it to anybody. It has to be, the biggest secret, in which it was.
Yes, because there was some. We wanted to keep it very low key because someone passed away in my husband's family, and we were thinking, should we cancel the wedding? Should we not? So there was a lot of confusion happening at that point. So I didn't want to say it and then cancel it. It would like really be weird. But I mean, they were amazing. They were like, look, life has to go on. And so we went ahead with the wedding. But till the very end, I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. It was kind of weird. But I'm glad it did. And when my mom saw that lehenga, I mean, my mom, of course, was got very emotional. But the photographer, the wedding photographer, she saw the lehenga, she started crying. She was, of course, American. She was like, "Oh my God, I want to have an Indian wedding," and I was like, "Just focus on my lehenga right now. Just focus on my pictures right
Oh,
now." Talking about it, but she was like, I want to have an Indian wedding," and I was like, "Yeah," because she was like, "Oh my God, look at this outfit, look at the embroidery," and I mean, I think people. I mean, I was so comfortable that you're making it that I didn't really fuss too much about it. I mean, we did the thing.
lovely.
I didn't really fuss about it, but I'm sure brides kind of really go insane, right? Trying to figure out their wedding.
Well, I think they're quite sorted. They know exactly what they want these days. They're very focused. And I think that, I mean, there is the bridezilla sometimes. You are anxious. It's fine. It's a part of the job. And I understand them that, it's their wedding. So they
Yeah,
will.
and when we were getting married, I just started tears started coming out of my eyes, and actually, my tears came out not because I was getting married, but because I missed my dad. But I remember Gene. He looked at me and he's like, "Don't worry, honey. I'll always be your boyfriend." And I was like, "Oh." It was so fun. I was the one thing I asked him before I got married was like, I hope you won't turn into some weird husband because yeah, that will still be the same way like boyfriend girlfriend. He's like, yeah, don't worry. So anyway, I can see now that it's been over an hour and
Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Yeah.
yeah,
And my sleep
I
time, 11 o'clock. Oh my God. It's sleep time.
because now we can look at some questions that are coming. And guys, any questions you want to ask me and Manish, please put it up there. And
No, it's sleeping time. Don't ask us questions. Just give us hearts and love.
yeah, I know. Love is it's nice to see all the hearts. There's pink, green, yellow, orange. And
Yeah.
now dimples twinning. एक ही dimple है, by the way. Guys, no dimple, one dimple. No
I've
dimple.
been constantly seeing dimples and dimples and dimples.
Yeah, right.
They
So
love you.
yeah, I know because now, Manish, it will be there any change in the situation somebody's asking. And so, by the way, when is the lockdown till now in Mumbai?
Well, it's still the I think like right now it's just eighth is only 10%, and I think it will go on. It will go on till end of June. Yeah.
So I've got lots of comments saying we are looking forward to the Lenga photo. So I've sent you that photo, but I also have another one where I took the Lenga, I put it on I'm going to send that to you. I put it on a hanger and it's just the outfit. And it was just like so nice. And then people asked me, like they were asking, what is this? And I said, this is the Bharat, what's going to happen? And then they said, and then I said, and in this is my dad and Jean's dad is a part of it. So they are included in this wedding. And everybody was like, whoa, I really thought about all these things. It's like, I was like, this is just my way of, somehow, because people that are not part of your life anymore and are not there with you anymore does not mean they cannot be part of your lives, right? So, um, having said that, I've just got a hello from Bhutan, and somebody said, please post the photo. So I'm going to wait for you to post it,
And
Manish. I'm going to repost it, but I will
yeah,
do the whole section about my wedding because at that point when we got married, I didn't want to be too hoo-ha about it because of what had happened in our family, and I wanted to be sensitive. I mean, I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, you're being very secretive and stuff like that," but I don't think it was that much about being secretive. Yes, it was, but it was for a reason because it's kind of weird to say, "Hi, I'm getting married," and then say, "Oh, sorry, the marriage we're not getting married right now," and then you know how people are, they'll be, "Oh,
and
someday."
look, because I think they love your Indian clothes. It's like Nikhil Thampi, the designer, just put up V Zara and Hearts.
But I really think of all the movies in my career because I'm someone who wears Western clothes so much more than I wear Indian clothes. I think Veer Zara has to be up there in terms
You were
of
beautiful in it,
because the
and
style,
it was.
styling, yes, I agree because it was putting clothes together and doing stuff, and of course you had lengas and all. But the intricacy, the amount of hard work, the amount of research going back to the 70s and stuff, with each and every Buddha in it was like I don't know where those costumes are. I hope they've kind of preserved some of
Yeah,
them. They were so stunning. They were just absolutely stunning.
but it was a pleasure, and that movie was so much. We were in Amritsar together. We were in, yeah, we shot so much of it in Bombay and so many places. Yeah.
You remember my introduction song that "Hum To Bhai Jaise Hai"? Because the choreographer didn't show up. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And I don't know who it was, but I remember Yash uncle coming and telling me, "Do what you want," and I was like, "What do you?" And he's like, "Haven't you learned anything in all these years? Do what you want." He's like, "I want you to do this to start off with," and then I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay." And but that little jacket you made me. What are they called? Those
The Kotis.
the coating. So nice it was. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that. That was one of my favorite outfits.
And we
Um,
did your wedding outfit, the white, purple, and green.
you know, I it was beautiful, but that was not one of my favorite outfits. I mean, it was in terms of because it was so heavy, and I it was great. I love the red outfit, my wedding
Yeah.
outfit, my favorite outfits. I love that Hum To Bhai Jaise Hai, the outfits in that because those they were just unbelievably nice, and I loved my black outfit in that song Do Pat.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Poster shot.
beautiful that outfit. And I remember that song because your uncle told me, run like you're leaving your life behind. So I ran
That
and
was in
then
Delhi. That was in Delhi. I was there.
I know, and he was like, 1 minute, cut. He was like, PT Usha ki tarah mat bhag. Zada ki tarah bhag. Because I just ran. He's like, and put your hands out. And now I think like cinema is so different than real life because when I was running, I was like, but why would I run like this? I look crazy. But when you see it in the song, it's so beautiful. So, I mean, wow, I feel bad. Like a lot of, um, no, actually, a lot of period films are being done too. So people
Yeah. Yeah. But Sanjay does and does them so well.
amazing period work and
Yeah.
really good movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I also I think of other movies. If you look at Jodha Akbar was also very nicely done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember when I found out Ritik is doing it, I was like Ritik, because I thought I don't know how he's going to fit in, but when I saw him, he looked so nice. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so so when are they going to start shooting in Mumbai?
Well, I mean, I did read somewhere that they want to start shootings, but I think it's going to take some time because, see, for any profession right now, it's not about the business as much as it is about safety. And I think that's what everybody is looking towards. So I think it's going to be a little time, but hopefully everything is starting slowly and steadily. And I think we are heading towards something really good, hopefully. And yeah, it's all starting. I think I'm fumbling now because I'm sleeping now.
So, Manish, I really love you. Thank you so much for doing this chat with me. It's so nice to
Thank you.
talk to you so long. And I
Great.
think I really have to do one self improvement about myself. Like, I'm not that great with phones, and for some reason, this is my one resolution I have decided this quarantine. Because, you know, I don't check my phone for 4 days sometimes. And I don't even know why I'm like that. But then for
No,
some
you must check your phone.
you are so three people I know. You, Karan, and Priyanka. Oh my god. Like you guys are so
Priyanka are both excellent with it. They are, in fact, they are so good with their replies, and they are really, really good. That's true, actually. They are very good.
I really need to rewire my that part of my brain because
You
I'm
have to.
not into like I just don't. I mean, earlier it worked really well for me at shoots because I would just keep my phone away. But now I never really look at my phone, and sometimes even Gene, when he calls me, he's like, "Look at your goddamn phone." So I really want to like do that one thing. What is the
You
one
bet.
thing you want to change about yourself? I want to know that you
But
thought quarantine. Last question before we go.
I, I think I want to be a little more patient. I'm so restless. I'm patient in a way, but I'm very restless about things, and I want to run everywhere and do this, do 10 things at a time. And I think now I want to not do that, and I want to just do lesser things, and yeah, and enjoy them a bit more rather than just keep running. Honest.
So you can be more. What do you meditate?
No, I don't meditate. I wake up very early in the morning and like 5:30, and yeah, and I think and I walk. I've started walking a lot in the morning, and I listen to music, and And yeah, and I wake up. I love mornings,
Oh my
so I
God.
wake up.
You have to pay me to wake me up that early and beat me up. Utho! So yeah, I'm not a morning person, though my husband wakes up really early. But
Yeah.
I love you and I hope you sleep
Thank
well. Thank you for coming on
you.
this chat. And you
It's
work
my
best.
and
I'll work towards being connected to the world. And take care. And thank you guys for coming on this chat. Love you all.
thank you. See you. Karan Johar is also listening to our chat. So Karan Johar, a big hi.
Karan. Hey, Karan.
Favorite.
I love his kids all the time on Insta. They're
They
just
are amazing. They're just too good.
all right.
Take
Bye.
care. Please see you. Bye bye. Bye.